welcome back to my channel. This week's video is going to be part 2 of my pregnancy Q&A. I get so many questions from you guys. Today we're just hanging out, answering some questions I had you guys ask on Instagram, so I screenshotted a whole bunch of them. Before we get into the video, if you guys aren't subscribed already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below, and you can also turn on my post notifications. Anyways, let's go ahead and get on into the questions. So the first one is, do you like making pregnancy videos, or do you feel like you have to make them? I definitely like to make them. I don't feel like I have to make them at all. I feel like pregnancy is such like a personal, special thing. So if I didn't really want to share as much, then I wouldn't share as much as I do. So I definitely don't feel like I have to make the videos at all. I like to make them, and it's so fun to like look back on them and just have everything documented. Like even though I'm still pregnant, looking back at my other ones from when I was like earlier in my pregnancy is so fun. So I'm really happy that I have made like literally so many, and I know that a lot of you guys like them. Next question, what have you been craving the most throughout your pregnancy? Okay, so I haven't really had that many actual like cravings of things that I really want, but something that has sounded good to me for my entire pregnancy, and I actually literally like 3 days ago just gave into this, Eggo waffles. For the most part, I've like tried to eat really healthy and work out during my pregnancy, but obviously if I like want ice cream or something, then I'll eat that. I would do that even if I like wasn't pregnant. For some reason, actually I know what the reason is, and the reason happened. The reason is I didn't want to buy a box of these because I knew that I would literally eat the whole thing in like one day. That is what happened. Okay, the next question is one that I get a lot, and I feel like I've maybe answered this, but it is, what do you do to prevent stretch marks? I think I might have screenshotted a couple that were about stretch marks because I got a lot of questions about that. I was gonna show you guys my belly, but it's really hard to move and get up. I'll film a clip and then put it in. Okay, so this is currently my belly. Can't really see it from this angle, and then from here you can definitely see it. This is not a good outfit to be showing you guys, but you can see that it's like not super huge, even though obviously I do have a belly, but it's not like way giant right now. Also currently obsessed with this outfit, so I will link that down below. So that's what my belly looks like. I'll also film a clip of all the products that I have been using and put that here. Okay, so these are all the products I've currently been using. So there's quite a few that I've been trying out. This was the first one I got, the Earth Mama belly butter. So I got that, and then I also got the oil. I also just got this one because I wanted more of like a cream, because that Earth Mama one is like a lotion. I also have almost used up this entire thing of bio oil. I also just got this Labang Body Hydrating Body Oil, and then I haven't used this one yet, but this company just sent it to me. Kind of set with like quite a few products to use up. So you guys can see I have like a very big variety of different products that I have been using and trying out. And honestly, as big as my belly is, I don't quite think it's big enough to the point where I would have gotten stretch marks yet. Obviously, if I can like prevent them, then I would rather do that. Next question, does this pregnancy make you want to have more kids, or has it turned you off to pregnancy? This is kind of funny because my pregnancy's actually been, for the most part, pretty easy for the past like month or so. I feel like it's been a little bit harder, but like overall, it's been a really good experience. I've enjoyed it. I think, I don't know, Parker and I have always said that we want 4 kids. I have 4 in my family, he has 4 in his family. I can't imagine having like growing up with less siblings than that. Now that I'm pregnant, I feel like it makes me think more about life with kids, and picturing myself with 4 kids just seems kind of crazy, even though I know that I probably won't feel that way when I'm like 30. So right now I'm like, oh, maybe only like 2 kids sounds good. But I think that once I'm actually like at that point in my life, then it'll be just like such a different time of my life that I'll want more kids, if that makes sense. So being pregnant hasn't like turned me off to wanting more kids. I don't know, I feel like I'm just like too nervous right now about like being a first-time mom and having my first baby, that thinking about having 4, I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, I don't know about that. But I really think that we'll probably end up with 4, because that's just like what we've always planned on and like what we would really like. Next question, what part are you most excited for about giving birth? I think the most exciting part, something I'm really looking forward to, is the specific moment when I'm like dilated to a 10 and they're like, okay, it's time to start pushing. I just feel like that moment when you know that you're like so close to meeting your baby, like your body's ready to go, all you have to do is just like push the baby out, which obviously that's the hardest part. Just like that moment, I feel like you just can't even like, I don't even know. I'm so excited for that moment, even though I will be like so over it by then and in so much pain and stuff, I'm sure. What has the hardest part been, and what has the easiest part been? I feel like the hardest part is kind of like now just how physically uncomfortable it is, and I have still like 8 or 9 weeks left if I went all the way to like 40 weeks. Right now I'm 31, I'll be 32 weeks on Friday. So I think just knowing, even though that seems like so short, I just have been like really uncomfortable, and to know that it's just gonna get worse, because as big as my belly is right now, I feel like it's kind of on the smaller side. So just kind of trying to like mentally prepare for this is how I'm gonna feel for the next like 2 months. It's just a little bit stressful. And now that it's getting closer, just like processing all of the emotions and the feelings that come with knowing that I'm going to have a child. But the easy part, I feel like, let me think, I feel like so much of it has like been easy. It's just been so enjoyable overall, and I'm so lucky that I feel that way, because I know so many people have such hard pregnancies, and the fact that I've enjoyed mine pretty much like 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I know that that's a little more rare. Okay, next question. Do you like being pregnant, or are you ready to be done? I was actually thinking about this the other day. I was thinking just like it was a day when I was just not feeling very good and just had a lot of like pregnancy pains or whatever, and just like was taking it easy. And I was thinking, am I ready to be done with this? And the answer is no. I feel like my pregnancy has really gone by so fast. And I know people say that the last couple weeks last forever, and I'm sure that they will, especially when you're like super uncomfortable. I really don't feel like I'm ready to be done yet. Like if I was like having my baby right now, I would feel like it was like too soon. Like I'm not ready to not be pregnant anymore. Maybe after like 5 more weeks or so, like 6 more weeks when I'm getting really uncomfy, then I'll feel like I'm ready to be done. But as of right now, I feel like I could definitely still like go a little bit and be enjoying it. Next question, what will you miss most about pregnancy? I will for sure miss feeling her moving. It is literally just the craziest thing. I was trying to explain it to one of my friends the other day, and I was like, I don't know how to even explain it. I almost just feel like it's like what you would think it's like. Like I don't really know how else to put it into words. It's just like such a special thing, and I literally can't even process it. Like it's my baby moving inside of me. Nothing else is like that, so I think that I will miss that for sure. Okay, next question. Did you do anything special to boost your odds of conceiving? Any tips or tricks? I think that for sure, if you are actually like trying to get pregnant, having an ovulation kit is so important. If you don't know what ovulating is, basically it's like a couple days a month, like literally 1 or 2, where it's like the most probable time for you to get pregnant. So if you're not trying to make the baby on those days, then your chances of actually getting pregnant are just a lot lower. So even though it still took me 5 months to get pregnant, I feel like if I didn't use the ovulation kit, then it would have taken us even longer. So the one that I got is from Amazon. I will link it down below. It is awesome. I would totally recommend it. Next question, do you feel like you will have the baby before or after the due date, and why? I don't know. I want her to come at like 39 weeks. Once a baby is 37 weeks, they're like full term, so they could come at any time after that. And if they're fully developed and ready to go, why wait until 40? If she came a little bit early, I would totally be fine with that. I actually read a statistic the other day that I swear it said like 10% of people actually make it to their due date or something, which I thought was so wrong, because I feel like so many people go over their due date. I don't know. So I know that my mom went over hers with me, and then my cousin also had a baby last year and she went like a week over with hers. So I feel like in my head I'm like thinking that I would go over, but if I could pick, I would rather have her come earlier rather than later. For one, if she comes at like 39 weeks, she would be smaller than if it was like 41 weeks. Smaller equals easier to push out, but I don't want to have it in my head that she's gonna come early, because then if like that just comes and goes and she's not here, I'll be like, what the heck? So I kind of feel like I'm thinking she'll come late, but I don't know. I really have no idea. Next question. I feel like I have so many more, and this video is so long already, but what was your decision-making process when it came to choosing a baby name? I always thought that I would be the type of person that like doesn't pick a baby name for sure before my baby's born, and I would have like 2 or 3, go to the hospital, the baby would be born, and I would like see what they look like and pick based off of that. But I was thinking about it yesterday, and I feel like that's not how I feel. I feel like I've realized, which maybe will be different for like our next baby, but we do have a name pretty much picked out. I feel like she wouldn't come out like not being this name. I feel like it's not what she looks like. It's more of like the feeling that the name was right. Like I had a whole list of names that I thought that I liked, that I had put together like even before I was pregnant, and then it was like none of them felt right. So thinking about just having her and then like picking from a list of ones that I like based off of like what she looks like, I just feel like that's not like how I would do it now that I am pregnant and like we do have her name picked out. I feel like I just know that this is her name. So I kind of went off of like a feeling. That was like my decision-making process. Next question, has being pregnant changed how you do things normally during your day? Honestly, it has not really changed how I do things. I wake up early, I go to the gym, I come home, I eat breakfast, I do some things on the computer, we figure out like our to-do list for the day, we film if we need to film that day. So I feel like being pregnant hasn't really changed anything. if it has, it's literally just like the fact that I take longer to like get up now if I'm like sitting on the couch, like just moving a little bit slower, but I feel like that doesn't really count as anything. Yeah, I feel like it definitely hasn't really changed like the way that I'm just living my normal daily life. Next question, are you scared at all about your post-pregnancy body and also recovery? I feel like yes and no. I know that a lot of people when they're younger, they'll like bounce back faster, but that's obviously like not the case for everyone, and like genetics play a big part of it, or just like how you were during your pregnancy, like if you were active or if you ate healthy or like whatever type of stuff. I am nervous for it, but then at the same time, I know that if I'm like eating healthy and working out and just like doing my best to like be healthy for myself, then I will be at least like somewhat similar to my pre-pregnancy body. Maybe I won't ever wear the same size jeans again, because I know that your hips like literally spread apart, so like you can't wear the same size of pants that you used to wear, and that's fine. But just overall, especially since I have been making an effort to work out multiple times a week and I do eat pretty healthy, I feel like my body isn't going to be like crazy different. Like it's not going to be the same, but I don't know. Honestly, I just feel like I have to cross that bridge when I come to it. Next question, how much weight have you gained so far / what are ways to stay fit while pregnant? I have officially gained 20 pounds. Everyone is different for like the amount of weight that they gain. I think the recommended is like 25 to 30, and I have 9 weeks left, and I think you gain about half a pound to a pound every week. So I'm basically on track to gain between 25 and 30, so I feel like that's fine. And then what are ways to stay fit? I really like to wake up and go to the gym every morning. I also get a ton of questions about like what I do at the gym being pregnant, but honestly, I do not know anything about the proper way to like do anything at the gym, so I don't really want to give advice on that. I just go and do the things that I know I can do. And next question, are you planning on taking birthing classes with Parker? We actually did go into a breastfeeding class the other day, which I found to be super helpful. I also did look into like birth classes, but also thinking about it more, it's not that I don't want to know what's going on, and I know there's so much valuable information in those classes, but I feel like it might just like stress me out a little bit. Like I'll be too overwhelmed. Normally I like to be really prepared for everything. Like if it was something other than birth, I would be taking all the classes and like taking notes and doing a million things to prepare, but I just feel like for this specific thing, it's just like so overwhelming already that having like going to a class and trying to like process all that information and like memorize all that information is kind of a lot. I definitely have done other things to prepare, even just like Google searches of like how to prepare for a baby, or like things Parker can do to help me like during labor and stuff like that. And even just on YouTube, there's lots of videos of like what I wish I knew about labor, or like newborn essentials and all that kind of stuff. So I do feel like I'm preparing in my own way. Okay, so those are all the questions that I'm going to answer. We're actually gonna film part 2 of this Q&A for our Awesomeness TV series. It's not gonna be up for I think like a week or two, but I'll link that series down below if you guys wanna watch it. We've done a couple other videos with them, and then the Q&A should be up really soon. So once it's up, I'll come back and link it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I love videos like this where I just get to sit and talk to you guys. Like these are so fun to film and they're so fun to watch. So I really hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.